afford us an opportunity to further strengthen and consolidate our bilateral relations as a family, comrades, and most importantly, as neighbors. And please, I ask you to feel at home, away from home. I don't know how away it is, but this is your second home. This session is indeed a reaffirmation of the warm relationship between our two countries and serves to provide us with another opportunity to revitalize our bilateral cooperation, as well as to review the implementations of the decisions taken during the second session of the Binational Commission between our two governments that discussed issues covering a number of sectors of common importance to our two countries and our two peoples. It's my conviction that the work of the previous session, complemented by the exchange of visits by high-level delegations from both countries, has further consolidated our bilateral relations. Therefore, while the third session was regrettably postponed several times due to factors beyond our control, I'm happy that we are here today to further consolidate our cooperation. The third session is also taking place against the backdrop of the global and economic financial crisis, coupled with the effects of the climate change, the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict, lasting effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as economic hardship, all of which have devastating effects on both our countries. Those external factors have placed obstacles in the way of our desire to improve the general well-being of our people. This challenge requires us to work together, finding innovative solutions and strategies to address them effectively. Indeed, the Binational Commission provides a platform and opportunity to engage in meaningful dialogue and collaboration on a wide range of issues. Through this discussion, we aim to identify opportunities for cooperation, address challenges, and develop concrete solutions that will benefit our citizens, and develop the way forward for effective implementation. It's therefore vital that we are prevail and continue with greater determination to safeguard the common interests of our people, as that is what our people are looking for. Co-chair, in pursuing our common objective, I'm confident that our two countries will continue to work together in facing those daunting challenges which negatively affect the economic and social conditions of our people. Our senior officials met and made the necessary preparations for our meeting today, leading to the Binational Commission tomorrow. I am informed that they reviewed and discussed the various issues of bilateral cooperation and mutual benefit, and they have come up with recommendations for our consideration as ministers, and that is the work we are expected to do today. Our agenda is diverse, covering a wide range of sectors such as trade, investment, energy, education, and security, among others. These discussions will help us identify areas where we can deepen our collaboration, share experience, and leverage our respective strengths for the betterment of our societies. Co-chair, I'm happy to note that our legal teams from MIRCO and DPM conducted a joint audit in Pretoria on the 2nd to the 4th of October 2023, where they had analyzed all the 132 bilateral instruments entered into between our two countries since 1990. Following that exercise, some of the agreements have been fully implemented. However, 75 legal instruments remain in force between our two countries. I urge our two countries to speed up their implementation and, when necessary, to review and address the current needs in order for us to meet the expectation of our people. Updating some instruments as appropriate will also be welcome in order to make sure that we have created a more favorable environment for strengthening economic cooperation and bilateral trade. Therefore, moving forward, some new instruments might be required as a way of consolidating our cooperation. Co-chair, Namibia recently discovered oil off the coast of Namibia. This finding is, we are now in the process of ensuring how viable is it, a process in which we are working with some of our development partners. Once that is asserted, we will definitely try to see how best it can be used in the best interest of our people. In this regard, we are engaging oil-producing countries in the continent and beyond for us to learn from their best practices. Co-chair, both Namibia and South Africa subscribe to the AU Agenda 2063 that calls for industrialized Africa by the year 2063. However, without energy, industrialization cannot take place. I therefore urge NamPower and ESCOM to strengthen existing cooperation on the power supply interconnectivities and opportunities available. Among others, there is a scope for further discussions on the Good Gas project, and that the NamPower and ESCOM should have engaged further on this important subject. In this vein, I am happy to note that this issue of among the issues to be discussed is the area of fields of energy, whereby we can see how we can cooperate in this important sector of our economy. Co-chair, one important outstanding issue between Namibia and South Africa is the question of the Orange River boundary between Namibia and South Africa. And it's my hope that this issue will be comprehensively dealt with during this session, and for us to find a way how we can complete the process that started in 1993. Co-chair, I wish to take this opportunity to express Namibia's appreciation and gratitude to the government of South Africa for its donation of 100 million rand towards our drought relief efforts when we were affected by drought between 2015 and 2019. I also want to thank the government of South Africa for enabling trade and commerce of basic goods to move freely between our borders during the COVID-19 pandemic. Equally, we thank South Africa for helping in repatriation of 2 Namibians who were caught up in the conflict and stranded in Khartoum, Sudan. Of course, they came together with the South African citizens when the program occurred there in April of 2023. This collaboration between our 2 countries is indeed a clear demonstration of the spirit of solidarity and friendship among us. Honorable Ministers, in line with our decisions, during the second binational commission, we successfully co-hosted the SADC Solidarity Conference with Western Sahara on the 26th March 2019 in Pretoria, South Africa. We welcome continued efforts by Namibia and South Africa to ensure that the SADC region maintain a progressive position in the support and the pursuit of self-determination of Western Sahara. We must not allow this vital issue to take a back seat. We must continue and redouble our efforts and raise every possible avenue the awareness on the issue of self-determination. In the same way, we will continue to support the people of Palestine. It's unfortunate what we are seeing happening here, and it's our hope that sooner rather than later, people should go to a table and discuss a solution to this problem. Co-chair, as members of the African Union, we are both parts to the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, which kicked off on the 1st January 2021. The Africa Continental Free Trade Area is an instrument we need to fully utilize to intensify trade and investment collaboration between our 2 countries and, of course, the region at large. Additionally, trade and investment of our 2 countries continue to be strengthened by regional instruments such as SACO Agreement of 2002, as well as the SADC Protocol on Trade. Co-chair, we must all redouble our efforts in ensuring continental integration and remain committed to the implementation of the development aspiration of the AU Agenda 2063 and the UN Agenda 2030. Of course, we cannot neglect, Co-Chair, to mention our grave concern about the ongoing conflict in DRC, Mozambique, Palestine, and Israel, and Ukraine and Russia. We commend the ongoing efforts in finding peaceful and lasting solutions to those unfortunate conflicts. In particular, we congratulate South Africa for successfully leading the delegation of 5 heads of state, namely Senegal, Egypt, Zambia, Uganda, and Congo-Brazzaville on the peace mission to Ukraine and Russia. Co-chair, Namibia also takes this opportunity to congratulate South Africa for successfully hosting and presiding over the BRICS Plus and BRICS Outreach Summit held in Johannesburg from 21st to 24th August 2023. Co-chair, as I conclude, let me once again welcome your delegation to Namibia, your second home. And while wishing ourselves fruitful deliberation, I want us to make sure that our discussions are focused, action-oriented, with measurable goals of making positive change in the lives of our people, while deepening and broadening our bilateral cooperation program. Once again, I want us to understand the need to turn the vast potential existing between our two countries into useful tools that can benefit our people. We have to use the resources at our disposal, both material and human, into bangable and practical action that will positively change the living condition of the people of our two countries. This is the real challenge before us during this session and beyond. I therefore look forward to the deliberations that we will have in this meeting, will, I believe, will lead to achieving a greater progress into our cooperation to a higher level than the ones we have achieved thus far. Having said this, Co-Chair, it's now my honor and privilege to declare the third ministerial session of the Binational Commission between South Africa and Namibia officially open, and it's now my privilege, Co-Chair, to kindly invite you to make your statement. Thank you for your kind attention.